Gonna throw out the fox knives parang again.
Daddy, also you can climb up this branch.
Still gotta throw me a lanyard so I can wrap it around my wrist. There's a handy chopper though. Let's see how quick it's busting through that.
Wow. Oh, awesome. Dad, the camera's knocked down. Daddy.
Yeah?
See, Daddy.
Okay, will you pick it up?
Yeah.
Thank you. I'm loving this knife. Okay, here's the fox parang machete just as I got it, minus three things. So, and I'll tell you what those three things are. I didn't want to change anything when I did the review, so you could see exactly what it comes with. I will tell you what I've added, so that you know if you're going to buy one. First of all, I'm going to tell you, I recommend it. There you go. If this is as far as you're going to get into the video, I recommend this knife. Love it. It's fast moving into one of my favorite knives I own. Okay, so the sheath, nylon sheath that has your MOLLE capable webbing on the back, both, and it's got they're good snaps from what I can tell. They've worked really well so far on my pack, on my belt, and then up here you've got the MOLLE webbing as well. Maybe if I get in there, you can kind of see the lighting in here is not the best, so it'd be helpful if I had better lighting. But anyways, the stitching on it is awesome. This belt loop has a Velcro closure on it, so it's a fast hook on there, and the Velcro seems pretty good. So that's the sheath attachment options. You've got your it comes with this kind of like a boot lace cordage down here that you can tie around your leg to secure it if you're carrying it on your belt. I'll probably replace this with some paracord like all my others. Your knife is strapped in with this closure right here, which I'll tell you something to fix that. If you throw a little elastic band on here to hold it so it stays out, so it pops out that way, it's going to be a lot better when you're drawing or pulling out the knife. I can see this cutting in. Also mentioned on Sousaville's channel, that's one of the things he mentioned, and I can see exactly what he was talking about. That's the only downfall to this strap, but it does secure it in very well. Snaps nice, and then it's got the top closure up here. I gotta make sure I'm getting this into focus, huh? Oh wait, there we go. That's a little bit better. So you can see that knife. Cool, huh? Alright, so from that point, it didn't have a lanyard on the knife, so I threw on some paracord up here. That's one of the things I threw on. There's 3 things that I put on it didn't come with. That's one. The other thing on the sheath, it has, if you can see that, it has these 2 little elastic bands here. I got a fire still in here, a Gob Spark from firestill.com. On there it's a huge old fire still with the scraper. It's a super scraper, so it's, you know, a very strong scraper that goes with it. Threw that in there really well. Holds it in. And anyway, the other side, the elastic closure, I have a Streamlight Stylus Pro on there, and they're very bright lights. But so I've got my lighting and fire starting right there handy, things I use all the time, so got those handy right on the sheath. The kit that it comes with is MOLLE attached onto the sheath, so you can take this whole kit off the knife, or off the sheath, and you could pack that another way if you wanted to. But it's handy having it on here. I mean, it's quite the kit for being, you know, a survival kit knife. So that wasn't the kit that made the sound. That was my forks and spoons. Again, some good Velcro here on the closure of this pouch. Inside you've got a aluminum box here, can, with some rolling lid keepers that roll over the sides, so it's nice and secure. You can see, put quite the pressure on that to get it over, and it locks tight. It's a lightweight aluminum survival tin. On the inside of this tin, there's a mirror and a gasket that goes around for your water dust protection. So it should waterproof up this container pretty well. Lightweight. There's a lot of things you could do with this. You could pull the mirror off if you had to, and the gasket, and cook on that thing if you needed to. Signal with the mirror. Anyways, that's, you gotta think of all the purposes of the survival kit. Inside the kit, here's where I want you to see. I didn't mess with this kit, so everything that's in here is exactly what you get when you buy this thing. Got some cotton balls, fire starters, wound dressing, whatever you need. You've got a whistle, and I think it's got it's a whistle with a little container, built-in container. It's actually a pretty loud whistle. I tried it out. It's decent, and the size is right. So you've got your whistle. You've got a button compass, and it does work. You've got a condom. Lots of uses for a condom. Besides its main use. I guess if you need a condom for survival, you have one. You can use it for a lot of different things. To carry water is one of the things you can use it for. There's a few other things I'm sure you guys can think of them. Then you got your saw, and I've used these, and if you're careful with them, they actually work pretty well. Of course, I'm going to pack usually, or most all times, something better than this, but this is a survival kit. This isn't a a kit that you're going to use everything constantly. So, and they're lightweight, small, survival only, emergency use only kit is what I call these kind of kits. Of course, I might have some items in here that I rotate out and carry more of. There's some wire here you could use for snare wire or just to repair anything. Lots of uses. Got some safety pins, and right here there's a couple sizes on there. Safety pins. You have some fishing line, some swivels, hooks, weights, sinkers. So, little fishing kit. I'd probably up this a little bit. You got a candle, little tea light candle, very useful. You got some windproof matches with a striker in there. You have a little container that is not filled with anything, so you could fill that with something that's still, you're not taking up any more space. And they are handy little units because they keep everything in there and keep it pretty waterproof. But there's nothing in it right now, so I could fill it with whatever. I could throw the matches in there, fishing kit in there, a few things, and get me some more space for other items in here. This is, I think they're Band-Aids. Bunch of different wound dressing items in there, I think. It's like medical tape. I'll double check. If I'm wrong, I'll let you know. Got a pencil. Jot down some notes, a plan of attack, whatever. You got some Band-Aids here. Little medical part of the kit. Sewing kit. Some thread. Some more safety pins, needle, a couple buttons. Mini fire steel with your scraper. You got a little multi-tool knife here. It's a cheapie, but it has what you need. It has some scissors on there. Scissors and a knife, a little knife blade, and a file blade, or a file. So there's some options there. Nice little size. And you got a package of salt. Use that for your food or for wound. You have a razor blade. Very useful. And let's see. And I think I'm not even sure what this is, so I apologize. Let's find out. I thought there was duct tape in here, so maybe it's duct tape. No, it's not duct tape. Oh, it's paper. Write in the rain paper. To jot down your notes. Pencil and paper. So there you go. That's what the kit contains. So I wonder if this is some kind of duct tape. No, it's like medical tape, wound dressing tape, but you could use it for whatever. So there's a few different things I would add to this kit. Duct tape. I would add a better fishing kit. I would throw in some water purification tablets. They're easy to pack in there. I would throw in, I'd probably throw in some Vaseline to go with the cotton balls. Probably throw in a couple more cotton balls. But I had everything packed in here and there's still room. And I still have this that I can throw stuff in there. Not really much I'd probably take out. I'd put in some, well, instead of duct tape, probably some Gorilla Tape. Big fan of Gorilla Tape. Anyways, that's what the kit contains. So, pretty good kit, I think, for what you're getting. For what, I mean, and the case is, you know, you can modify that depending on what you're dealing with, where you live. I'll show you that it's not that tough to fit what it gives you back in there, so that's a good sign that you have room to add things to it. If you can throw everything back in the kit without having to organize, and that's the sign. Yes, I said that's the sign. So, Sousaville, Ed over at Sousaville was the one that sold me on this knife. He did a review of it. Check out his channel. It was a great review. That's where I decided I liked what the knife had. Not because of the kit, the knife mainly, but the kit's a cool addition. So I told you I could get all this in pretty easily. I've got to prove that, don't I? Okay. Fire me. There we go. There's the kit all together. It's nicely into its pouch. There you go. So the knife, I'll tell you why I love it. See, here's where I see you run into problems as you're drawing the knife out. You've got this strap here. If you see how that strap can go up right there, I mean, you're hitting directly on the blade as you pull it out. So that I want to fix up somehow so it doesn't rip that apart. The knife. I love the knife. I'm just going to go into a few of the details. It's got just a really good grip on it. Just feels handy. Going back to the fork, it feels good in the hand. This is just a natural feeling knife. Balance is great. Ergonomics are awesome. It's got your finger grooves match up pretty well. Mainly your pointer finger fits in really well. The back two don't really. These two right here don't really. I mean, they line up good enough, but the grip just feels good. Great grip. Jimping is amazing. The grooves, you know, the finger grooves that it has are amazing. So there's just your normal grip. Your chopping, if you need to choke down on it, and you got your lanyard on. You know, it's good weight feeling that way for some heavy duty chopping. If you need to choke up, it's got your location right there for your pointer finger to fit into, and then you can choke up with your thumb to do your fine carving. Let's see, got your lanyard holes right there, or lashing holes for tying up or lashing a spear on a stick, making a weapon of some sort. Reverse grip feels good. Doesn't feel like it's gonna slip out of off the grip there. You got a good thumb grab on the back lanyard hole. Let's see. Main point of this knife is that it just feels awesome. It's not huge comparison. Let's see. Throwing stuff everywhere. Got all kinds of camping gear out. K-bar cutlass machete. This thing's awesome, and I do love machetes. So these things are chopping monsters. Yep, chopping monsters. Write that down. I love this knife, machete, but it's not really something I'm going to carry as frequently as I would carry this. It's got a thick blade. Look up Fox Knives USA and check out all the details. I don't know all those, and I don't want to prepare all those all the time for a review, so you can search those. It is thick. It's a thick blade. Not as thick as my BK2, my Becker BK2. You know what though? I bet it's not far off. Let's check it out. If I can find it here. Give me a second. Okay, back with the Becker BK2. This is one of my all-time favorites. I just took the lanyard off recently, but you can see the forced patina I put on there. It is a bad baby right here. Thing's an awesome filling knife. Heavy duty. I love heavy knives. Worth the wait. So your thickness is about the same as a BK2. Check that out. If you can. I think they're might be just a tad bit thinner, but I mean it's a heavy blade. It's a nice blade. So it's gonna withstand the beating. It's gonna last. It's a full tang. The one downfall that I might have mentioned before is your lanyard hole at the end. I don't know how hard you're gonna want to bang that thing, because it's not as thick as I think it should be. If you look at your pommel on this knife, I mean, you can bang that thing forever. Ain't gonna do anything. Lanyard hole, huge, and it's got a lot of space around it, so it's gonna take a beating. On this one, that's the only thing that I'm not sure how it'll hold up, but it's that's not a huge deal to me. I really love the knife. It feels great. It is lighter than the BK2, which is nice, but it's a very good chopper. Rolling some footage of that. Anyways, that's my quick review, and I hope to do an updated version when I rearrange some items in the kit. And I plan on using this a lot the rest of this summer. So there's the Fox Knives Parang machete. I don't know if you can see that very well. Oh yeah, you will love this knife, guaranteed. If you don't like it, send it to me and I'll buy it from you. If you give me a good deal, of course. Peace. Thanks for tuning in. Simply my 2 cents. like to hear yours.